It is now 5:43, and right now Florida's wildlife is bracing for the coldest weather we've seen in 4 years. Fox 35's Katie Garner went to Gatorland to see how the gators are dealing with it.
Hey guys, yeah, we're out here at Gatorland, and I think one of the things we're talking about today is not just how all these gators are looking at me, but you also told me they like the color blue, which is a concern. We've got little Frank here, and while he's tiny and these guys are big, they're all fighting for the same thing, to stay warm during the frost that could potentially come this weekend. But they've got a way to do it, and you're going to tell us because, Brandon, you are the gator expert.
Yeah, definitely. So what's really cool about these guys, they've been around since the dinosaurs. You know, not much has changed other than gotten smaller. And, you know, the water is going to be a lot warmer than the air. So they can sink under, stay underwater. They can hold their breath for a while. If they need to pop up for a breath of air, they're just sticking their nose above and taking that big old breath and going back down. But in places, let's say further north in Florida, up in the Panhandle, or as far north as these guys live up in the Carolinas, if it freezes, they do a form of hibernation called brumation, where they'll stick their nose above the surface of the water so they can breathe. The ice freezes around them, and they can control their blood flow. They have an extra valve in the heart which allows them to do that, keeping everything alive. And then in a day, a few hours, a week, whatever it takes for that ice to melt, they go off on their merry way and they're good to go.
I think one of the best things that you learn here at Gatorland is not only is this a very safe place for gators, there's so many of them, this water stays warm, but like you said, in the wild, not always. Yeah. So little gators like this have to be really careful. You know, they're with their moms for a year, or per what you told me, which is good. But it's tougher for gators this size, a little easier for gators that size.
Once they can get to 4 feet long, their only predators are people and bigger gators. But when they're small like this, not a lot of them survive out of the nest. So it's very tough for them. Hopefully these guys can survive, you know, the freeze. This guy, specifically Frank here, is this past year's baby, born at the end of August there. So here at Gatorland, they got a great life. Out in the wild, it's a little tougher for them, but they survive.
They survive. All right, let's have a little fun here at the end of this live shot. We were talking earlier as I'm holding Frank. What does Gatorade mean?
Gatorade comes from an alligator, right where you're holding in the back, so don't squeeze them too hard.
Don't squeeze them too hard. It's not the drink, guys. All right, we're gonna send it back into you, and we're gonna hang out with these gators a little bit longer. I want to watch you throw them some more steak, get them really fattened up before that frost comes in.